Welcome to day 11 of our Chasecation, an overall decent chase day with an exciting start. I'm not going to spend too much time telling you what happened. We'll just jump right in and see how it unfolded. Okay, so today is me and Brittany's second to last day of chasing. Dad's going to stay longer than us. So we have today and tomorrow for chasing. And today is another one of those days with multiple locations, right? Targets where anything could be good.
Around the Midland area, you go a little more north and you've got some stuff happening around here in the Lubbock area. And then right off here in the border. And
Border of New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico. I know Alyssa really wants to get one of those. Our original target was up here. And we woke up this morning and they expanded the enhanced zone to a larger area and began to talk about tornadic potential. They weren't talking so much about tornadoes yesterday. So this is a little more interesting. This is really great chasing area. As you move down here, not so good. Hilly, a lot of scrub brush.
Yeah.
Kind of desolate.
We haven't chased down there in a while.
In a long time, yeah. Right now, we're somewhere here. We've got about 4.5, 5 hours to get here. So we're gonna start out in Lubbock, and from there we're gonna watch the radar and hopefully pick the right targets. Looks like we're gonna have several options today.
And we got our coffee. Smoking hot. We're in Shattuck, and there's a windmill museum, first of all. And second of all, we just passed a sign that said, "Awake America, prepare to meet thy God." And we're like, what are they competing with? Clarendon? Clarendon is a small town in Texas that is full of crosses and messages of damnation. Although last time we drove through there, it seems that they had removed a lot of these signs. We wanted to come look at this hospital because we thought it was abandoned, but I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. Holy crap. What, do they have one nurse working there?
Like everything's turned off.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Wow, what is that?
Is it abandoned?
Ooh, well, there's
I don't think so.
It's like a
Looks
neon,
like it.
like one of those
Look,
electric
there's an
signs.
abandoned office.
Hey, look at Gusta's Italian grill.
Oh,
That's cool.
I
It's
like
like-
it, but how did they stay in business?
I don't know. This looks like a house in Michigan, the brick
Oh,
house.
look at Shattuck Gym. They got a new high school.
Yeah, cool. Home of the Indians. Wow, I'm surprised.
Wow,
they
yeah,
haven't
I'm
changed it to
surprised they're
Native
allowed to
Americans
keep
yet.
that.
Look at this.
Holy Name Catholic Church. They are
there's a
really
Catholic
into
church.
Catholicism in these parts of America, I'll tell you that.
Well, no, we're in the
Dad, there's
Okay, I just
Catholic.
this
Well,
is
look
a
at the
pretty big
sirens, Alyssa.
downtown.
Oh, wow, yeah, there we go.
Wow.
Oh, look, they have this is one of those towns where they put all the graduating kids on a banner. They're like, class of 2020, because they're like, I think it's so small that they can just put the kids on
it's so
on the
small, they have
banner.
to do it every other block.
To really stretch it out. They have one.
Wow, look at that.
Well, they've got. At least
Whoa,
they've got
yeah.
some active
What the
businesses.
heck? That's weird. As we continued to Lubbock, we were passing through the town of Canadian, a small town we've gone through many times before. Britt kept saying she had a piece, so I jokingly told her to run into the Best Western and go there. Well, lo and behold, we see Daniel Shaw's car in the parking lot. His car is quite recognizable because of what I call the street lamp on the back. But eagle-eyed Dad noticed another car in the parking lot that looked a lot like our favorite chaser's car, Pecos Hank. We just passed this Best Western. Oh, you can't see it. Anyways, we saw Daniel Shaw's car in there. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, there's Daniel Shaw's car. And then we see a black RAV4, and Dad thinks that might be Pecos, whatever Hank. Yeah. It's got a Texas license plate. Oh my gosh. We're stalking them.
Yeah, that's him.
We found this sweet little guy at the hotel.
It was 7 minutes until checkout time, and we had no shame. We loitered until they walked out.
Sweet you are. Hi. He's got little stickers in his neck, and he won't stay still long enough for me to
get them out. He's so sweet. I think somebody let him go because he has a rope on his neck, but it's like cut. And at the Best Western, they... Oh, Jessica boy. Honey, he's so thirsty. It's so sad. They've been feeding him at the Best Western. Daniel and Hank were both great to meet, but what we concluded was that the real excitement wasn't so much in meeting Hank, but more in being able to cross it off our list. You see, we've been trying to spot him for years. He seemed so elusive to us. So the satisfaction of being able to say mission accomplished outranked actually talking to him. It was still a fun experience, though.
Okay.
You look like a freaking child.
We just went. I know.
What's that? What?
Just a quick. Oh my gosh, what's this?
Yes, so that was just made our life, basically.
I can't believe we just met Pecos.
We've like talked to Daniel Shaw, not that he remembers us or anything, but we've talked to him
So
before.
we see Daniel Shaw's car in this Best Western
We
parking
see
lot.
him.
Canadian.
We've seen his car for years, and we've talked to him. Like we had a couple encounters with him last year, but
then we see a black SUV. We're like, that's a RAV4. That I think that's Pecos Hank. It's really like, I'm gonna turn
where's
the
it
car around.
Pecos? I don't really know. We call him Pecos, but
his yellow.
Yeah, he got the yellow
caution
caution
signs.
things.
yeah.
So we were like, okay, could that be? And it was like 7 minutes before checkout. They were the only 2 cars left in the parking lot because they did like late checkout. We're like, okay, so if we just hang out here, you know that they're gonna come out because they're gonna chase today.
yeah.
And sure enough, Daniel comes out and we're like, okay. And then 5 minutes later, Pecos Hank comes out. So we actually just
got
talked to them and got
and get a photo, and it was.
Yeah,
That was great.
really
That made our
special.
10th year to like.
That
Oh,
was
that's
literally
This is
made
our
my
10th
day.
year, and
Wow.
we met
We met
him,
him on
and
our
like
10th year.
just not even chasing, literally passing through this small town of
Yeah.
Canadian Texas.
That was special because
And
you
we're
know that
like-
if there was other people around, they'd be like, oh, it's Pecos, and like we had a special, quiet, like interaction with them.
yeah. So we're like,
That
Jeez.
was
Yeah, that was great. That was
Yeah.
totally.
that made my day.
that did make my day too. I feel like I don't really care about like. Not that he's like famous or something, but I feel
But
like in the
it's more that
chaser
we-
community, he's like really like a god kind of, and his content, like his videos are amazing.
And he does
And
like
I feel like that's
wildlife
like the
stuff.
only like person I'm like, wow.
I mean, after watching his videos for so many years,
Yeah.
you want to meet the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we love his
We didn't
content.
tell him that we
goes-
love to look for snakes though.
He goes.
I was
snake-
gonna ask him.
I
when
was
the
gonna
secret
ask him
was.
too. I know, but he seemed kind of busy.
I know.
I
that's the
know,
thing.
and then I didn't want to be like
Yeah.
annoying and
Yeah,
hungry, you know,
pestering,
so
yeah.
like, I kind of used the dog as like an excuse to hover around because we found a stray dog.
Yeah.
And we were like feeding him and stuff.
After some more driving, we jumped into chase mode. We were heading toward the cell by Andrews, but 15 minutes later, we decided to shift gears and head to the cell by Denver City. You can see that the cells that day were discreet, and these two had a nice flying eagle shape and a bit of couplet action going on. Another 15 minutes later, and our cell went tornado warned. We also had good meso strength and large hail. This was the kind of cell where all the elements seemed to be there. Discrete and good visibility, tornado warned, rotation, large hail, warm temperature to feed it, V-shaped, high echo tops, and even though all those things were going on, nothing was actually going on. We are right on the back end of this cell, and he's been tornado warned. He had some really nice structure, but he kind of... Is that an animal? I think it's a bird. So he was forming pretty nicely, and he kind of got all scraggly, but we think he's gonna reform, so we're just sitting here watching him. There's his hail core right over there. He was dropping 3 3/4 inch hail earlier, but it went down to like, what is it, like less than 2 inches now.
Guys, I'm looking at this right over us here.
Yeah,
Right over our heads. There's
okay,
this
then
cop's
go
already
back
blocking.
the other way.
Yeah,
Turn around.
cop's already blocking.
I don't know about that.
Right here is where it's gonna drop.
Okay, well then let's turn around.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Looks like.
That's not a cop, Dad.
Oh.
That's a chasing vehicle.
Okay. Okay.
Man, I can't get it that close up, but there's like literally 4 million spinning things.
You thought it was a cop?
I thought this was a cop.
Oh my.
Wow.
Are you serious? I have never seen such a thing. Okay, we're going back down that way.
He was still tornado warned, his meso strength went up, and he had rotation, so the chase continued. We're putting all our bets on this little cell. This is the one that we're watching. He just reformed and got his meso back. Yeah, 3.5 inch hail.
We get a little dust up in the field in front of us. Wouldn't that be cool? It's still pretty high. Right? He's got his meso back. Look, I can see that thing wrapping.
Like my dad said, his base was still fairly high and he didn't have much structure. And just in case you don't know what this thick white part is, that's called the hail core. And that's where all of the hail is getting dumped out of.
Wow, his hail went up to 4 inches, you guys. Oh, so what does this coupler actually do? You're the coupler. I mean, that's your zero green and blue up against the pink.
Despite being on this cell for almost 2 hours at this point, this is why we were still hopeful. And if it seems like the cell has hardly moved, it's because it was a fairly slow moving cell, which is quite nice for chasing. Didn't realize we have all these chasers back here too. Okay, we have our first storm chaser sighting. I mean, our tour group. Wow, it's really beautiful. Look at that.
Sick, Dad, they're sucking our radar.
Yeah, it actually looks like it's getting kind of mushy. This thing. That looked better when we first got here. Yeah. There, I just got to. My legs are big. Oh, that's another one.
Yeah, I know. They're having 2 discotheques.
Okay, is this another disco car?
I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure that's it. No, it's a fire department.
This was a pretty nice area to chase. The terrain was flat without much obstruction, and there were plenty of spots to pull over and observe. It's not as much of a grid as a place like Kansas, but it was workable, especially with such a slow-moving cell.
Okay, we're in a good position. I say he's going to hook around right here in front of us. See this? I think he's going to go like this.
Okay, what's crazy is normally when a storm comes through, it gets way colder, but the temperature actually went up from like 74 up to 81.
Yeah.
He's reforming and he just got his meso signature back, and it's more toward the back end now. He's dropping 4-inch hail. He's remaining isolated, which is excellent. And we didn't want to give up on him yet because we feel like he could just keep reforming, and our future cast shows he's going to stay isolated the rest of the day. So this is our little guy.
For destructive baseball-size hail and 80 miles per hour winds. Take shelter in a sturdy building away from windows. People and animals outdoors will be severely injured.
I know. 80 mile an hour windows are really dangerous. Wow, look at that rainbow. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. There's only one tornado warned cell on the whole map right now, and that's in Lamar.
Colorado?
What?
I don't know what our other options are.
We don't really have much. Probably just go east.
most original name. Okay, we'll be like the museum.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Holy cow. That's like a room up there. Wow, it really came down to Fields are like flooded. Looks like we're driving through a lake right now. Holy crap.
Holy shit, Dad.
I think we got all-wheel drive.
I think this is like our last little patch right here.
Well, it's deep right there. Oh, not really.
Like we'll go through a car wash. Look at our roof.
Maybe our car is white finally.
Yeah.
Look at this puppy. We're gonna follow him till the sun goes down.
And follow him we did. It is really a pity how cameras just don't do justice to how massive and beautiful these storms are. We're going after this guy. How pretty that is.
I think that thing's gonna go dramatic.
I hope so. Look at this beauty. So beautiful. There's two different storms. There's that storm and then there's this guy. Somehow it's getting prettier and prettier. The sun reflecting back on it. Let's see what's out this way. This is starting right here.
Wow. I'll get you guys in there. Hey. There you go.
Can you take still shots on your phone?
Yeah. Wow.
We did a little photo shoot because of the gorgeous backdrop we had.
The color on this is just outstanding. I can't wait to get these. Oh my goodness, that is a beautiful cloud. Look at that. Look at the color. Is that natural?
Yeah, isn't
Oh
that
my
crazy?
gosh, it's like golden.
I know, isn't that wild? It's just the reflection.
Streets of gold. That is
Isn't that cool?
beautiful.
Dad, look at you backwards.
Okay. Okay, that is.
So look at Dad's deformed leg.
Okay, that's gonna be like
Alyssa, look
all
at
those
Dad's
are gonna be
deformed
destroyed,
leg.
burned. Wow. That thing is still going. It is still going. Oh my gosh.
Now, Brittany insists that the key to getting natural photos is to walk like a drunk person, but I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, he went TBS.
I knew it.
TBS.
I knew it. I knew it.
As we wrapped up the chase day, we sat and watched the lightning flicker in this big mothership. As you can see, chasing is a lot of waiting around, constantly changing conditions that require quick decisions, and even when everything looks right, you might not get anything. One thing Daniel said to us is that we're no different than they are. They miss a lot of storms too, and we're all just as dedicated. The only difference is that they see more because they spend more time out there chasing, whereas we're only out there for a few weeks a year. I'm not sure if that's entirely true because they do seem to catch all the good storms, but I do think there is a truth to it being a numbers game. You might be on the only tornado-warned cell in the whole US, but that doesn't guarantee you're going to see anything. The more time you have to chase, the more opportunities you have to be on the right cell, and the more likely you are to see something. So of course you need to know how to read the models, read the weather, pick the right location, but Mother Nature will do what she wants. So sometimes you get something, and a lot of times you don't. And part of that is a numbers game. It's exciting to see the successful chases and beautiful tornadoes. My goal with this year's vlog style videos has been to show the whole experience of what chasing is actually like. A lot of time in the car, a lot of cool small towns to explore, a lot of dud days, and I suppose that's what makes the good days extra exciting. They don't come around as often as the curated videos would have you think. So there's one more chase day left from part 1 before we headed to Hawaii. That's right, there's a part 1, meaning there's also a part 2 coming. I did decide to go back in June for a second round, and we had some great days exploring and chasing, so stay tuned for that. But before that, I'll show you our final day from part 1. See you next time.